So we did supply chain management. I'm Tyler, this is AJ, and Mariah. And enterprise processes is an information system that is shared by 2 or more independent organizations, and they're more difficult to manage than a normal one because there's a lot of different organizations. And cooperation among these organizations is settled between negotiation and contracts between them. And if there's any conflict, it's settled between negotiation, arbitration, which is you bring an arbitrator in and they settle a conflict, but it's not legally binding in court, and litigation is it's legally binding in court, the conflict, the resolution is. And then a simple enterprise would be a smaller retail store processing a customer credit card. And the enterprise exists between the store owner, the customer, and the bank company or the credit card, because they're all working as one to get the money processed, and so the customer knows they can make that purchase. And there's a thing called Automated Clearinghouse, or ACH, which is a network of information systems that provides for the interbank clearing of electronic payments. So this is pretty much used every time somebody buys something with a debit card or a credit card or a check. So then they know that you actually do have those funds in your account, and that you're not just trying to make a purchase. So if your card gets declined, it'd be because of that, or if it gets accepted, it'd be because of that. And then, yeah, I took this picture on my phone from the book because I couldn't find it, so it looks crappy, I know. But this is what a supply chain is, and it's a network of organizations and facilities that transform raw materials into products delivered to customers. And it kind of works like this. The suppliers, they have all the products that the manufacturers need to produce the goods that the distributors send to retailers, and then us, the customers, can buy from the retailers. And as you can tell, it's all weird, and it's not really like a chain at all. It's more, because it can go all different ways. Like disintermediation is one thing where you cut out the middleman. Like Dell, for example, manufactures their own products, and they don't have a distributor or a retailer. They just sell straight to the customer. And then this is kind of another figure from the book, and this is a more literal example. So a customer would come into the store. What this says, it says skis, bindings, boots, and poles. It's for buying skis. So a customer would come into a store, and that store owner has all these products. They bought their boots and their ski bindings from this distributor, and their poles, and then other skis and bindings from this distributor. And these manufacturers made these from getting their supplies from fittings, steel, aluminum, and plastic suppliers. So it's all just kind of one big intertangled web.
All right, next we have factors that affects the supply chain's performance. And these 4 factors are facilities, inventory, transportation, and information. Facilities, when you're looking at facilities, you're looking for location, size, operations, and these are basically where the products are made. Inventory, all materials, and it's all the materials in the supply chain. Every company has at least one inventory that they manage. And inventories include raw materials, in-process work, and finished goods. And a big part of inventory is availability and cost must balance. You can't have too much inventory on stock because then your price will go down. If your price is too high, you'll have too much inventory on stock. Next is transportation, and that basically is the movement of materials in a supply chain, basically the arrows that Tyler was talking about. The mode of transportation also influences the speed and cost. And also routing decisions also affect how the goods flow through the supply chain. Next we have information. Information affects organizations' ability to communicate with each other. Information must have a purpose, availability, and means. And availability is how the information is shared or accessed, and means is the method in which that information is transmitted to between customers. Next, we have the supply chain profitability differs from organizational profitability. Supply chain profitability is the difference between the sum of the revenue and the sum of the costs. Profitability of the supply chain goes up if one or more of the companies operates at less than their maximum profitability. Transfer payments can encourage a distributor to carry a larger inventory, and transfer payments basically work to try to keep a certain amount of inventory on stock from a different company so that all phases will profit and they won't run out of inventory. Say one company has a product that they produce, but if they don't produce enough of that product, another company can't. Like you was saying with the skis and poles, if one person produces the boots and they don't have enough boots in stock, it'll take that whole package away. So the people that are giving all the other items are going to do transfer payments to the boot company to make sure that they have enough inventory on stock. High-priced, high-volume items should have an information system explaining these trends and how they occur. And transfer payments would be worthwhile in a long-lasting dynamic, basically something that's going to last over years and years and have interactions between companies over years and years.
Okay, next is the bulk effect versus the phenomenon in which the variability in the size and timing orders increases at each stage of the supply chain from customer to supplier. Someone will name it. automation systems affect supply chain performance, reduce cost of buying and selling, increase supply chain speed, reduce size and cost of the inventory, improve delivery scheduling, and of course just-in-time delivery systems, fix the bulk effect, and do not optimize supply chain profitability.
Play the video first, please.
At Group5 we believe the future belongs to network companies. It begins and ends with the supply chain. Retailers and manufacturers must overcome rising complexity, managing risk and waste, while seizing new market opportunities. Winners will seize, respond, and execute at light speed, operating in unison with global partners. These companies win their markets using information systems, which transcend the bounds of old technology. They will plan and act not as a single organization, but as an interconnected, agile business network that operates far more efficiently than their competitors. G10Extension is where global trade happens. A single cloud platform, a network of networks, the driving force behind the world's biggest supply chain, handling over $100 billion in goods. With global leaders from every industry, on every continent, all here. An entire ecosystem connected like never before, synchronizing physical and financial supply chains on one platform in one global community. Visibility, control, insight. The business network platform for the 21st century. This is G10Extension.
So what GT Nexus is it's the world's largest cloud-based supply chain, and it brings in $100 billion annually in goods managed that it just puts through, and then there's over 25,000 active organizations that trade in it. It's got relations with 5 of the top 10 logistics providers and over 100 and about 150 banks. It's probably in the background. But yeah, so they have their banks, they have buyers, they have logistics, they have sellers, and there's customers everywhere, companies everywhere, and they have this one feature that I thought was kind of cool. It's called Procure to Pay feature, and what it does is it completes negotiations and confirms orders with suppliers and traders as soon as you make them. It electronically tracks everything for you, your inventory, where it is, when it got shipped. It tracks payments. It creates electronic documents for you, and you can negotiate and trade with any company using it. It automatically creates delivery dates and the best way to transport products with the provided logistics group, say it be air, water, land, either way. It's a supply chain management system. It's a cloud system for it, and yep, that's it.